Hi, this is Marissa. Normally, I have something to share that the Lord has spoken to me about or a teaching that I've gotten that's been blessing me. But today, I'd like to share with you a miracle story. And it's going to maybe sound a little goofy to some people, but to us and to our family, it was not goofy at all. So bear with me because I'm really serious about this miracle, and I'm going to tell you how it occurred for me. Well, a few nights back, we got a call from our 5 and 7 year old grandsons. And they were like, you could tell they were pulling the phone back and forth between them. They were so excited, and they were the fish, and the fish died, and the fish, and the fish. And finally, the mother just took the phone and said, let me tell you what they're trying to tell you. They have a fish tank that has 3 goldfish, and one of them is a little bit bigger, maybe this big, than the others, and very gold. And the fish died. Belly up, all the color out of it, in the tank. Like anybody who's had fish know, you just got to scoop it out, throw it down the toilet because it's dead. Well, the 5 and 7 year old grandsons were so upset about this that they tried to add water to the tank. Then they said maybe they'll put it in a fresh bowl of water, and nothing was working. And the two of them went down on their knees with their hands like this and asked Jesus to please heal their fish. Now, it's awfully adorable that they would do that. And, of course, we're trying to teach them to pray. But they prayed in faith. They were not thinking this is crazy, that no belly up white goldfish is going to survive. It's gone. It's already gone. Well, what happened is the fish came back to life. I mean, my daughter-in-law was like 1 second away from throwing it in the toilet. But the boys were so upset that the fish came back to life. And, the next morning I called them. I've been a believer for over 50 years. And still I was thinking, oh, this is impossible. We've all had fish tank. We know that once it's belly up and colorless, there's nothing you can do for it. I called the next morning and I spoke to my son. How is the fish doing? Is it still alive? He said, not only is it still alive, all the color is back. And it was kind of shocking, to be honest, that God would spend time healing a goldfish for 2 little boys who were sincerely just doing what they were taught to do, pray and ask Jesus for help. And he honored their sincere, heartfelt request and brought their fish back to life. Now, here's the thing about it. I mean, you could say, why is he healing a stupid goldfish when people are dying all over the place? I don't have the answer for any of that. But I do have something to say about God's mercy and kindness and how he reaches us, how we are and where we are in our life. I don't know about you, but when I really need to hear something from the Lord, or I'm really upset about something, a song will come on that just ministers to me so big time, or it'll run through my head for days because I'm upset. And the Lord speaks to me in song very often. The fact that he would take time to raise a fish for these 2 little boys, to me speaks so much of his personal love for us, his personal where we live love for us, and that he's never far away. He's always right here with us, just like he promised. Because I don't think that if God was far away and 2 little boys said, God, could you please heal my fish, that he would have heard them unless he was right there already. So the reason I'm telling you this story, even though it sounds goofy, that we're very excited about a little goldfish that was dead coming back to life, is because it was dead and it came back to life. And God honored the sincere, heartfelt prayers of 2 little boys. And it just speaks to God's infinite mercy and love for us, that even in very unexpected ways, he shows up. He answers sometimes even before we ask, but in this case, they were asking for what the rest of us thought were impossible. So I know it really blessed the little boys, but it blessed their parents with a stronger faith, because everybody knows once a fish dies, it's dead, and that's the end of the story. But this was not the end of the story. So whatever you might be going through, it's not the end of the story either. It isn't. I don't know what you're going through. I don't know what kind of trouble you have in your life. I know many of us have people that are sick, And we want the Lord to give them a miracle, and maybe He will, and maybe He won't. I don't know the answer. I don't have any of answers. I have plenty of questions when I get to heaven, if it even matters then, about the why and the wherefore. But like Job, I cannot go around asking God to explain Himself to me, because He is the creator and I'm just a created being, made in His image, special, beloved, all of that. But He doesn't owe us an explanation as to His reasoning on things. But I can tell you that our family is really grateful that God healed a little fish. And it blessed our hearts to think that He would, in His bigness, that He would take time for these two little boys in such what most people would say is an insignificant thing. But it sparked faith in the kids and in the adults. So if you're in a place where you don't understand, just keep praying. I don't know what's going to happen with you, but I do know that God is going to be with you, and He's never going to leave you or forsake you. And no matter what you're going through, you might think you can't survive it. It's never going to get better, all of that stuff. But I'm telling you from personal experience that life has a way of turning out even when we can't see how. I can tell you that we can survive things that we think we are not going to. That's the end of the story. But with God, it's not the end of the story. He is so kind and merciful. So I just wanted to tell you that story because it was a bona fide miracle, and it blessed us profusely, and it increased our faith, because if God could care about two little boys with a goldfish that's dead, He cares about what you're going through. He loves you. He'll be there for you. Are you there for Him? That's the thing. The little boys prayed in faith, believing. Do we do that? Or do we not have a walk with the Lord? Maybe somebody might hear this who doesn't have a walk with the Lord. Let me tell you that He loves you more than you'll ever know. So that's the end of this video. I don't want to go on and on because I could. But God bless you. And I hope this encourages you that God is surprising in His mercy and goodness to us and in His giant love. Don't forget it. I promise you it's true.